You ever watch Rocky? The guy keeps getting beat down in every which way and keeps coming back. He keeps coming back time and time again, and after you think you've finally seen the last of him, he comes back 16 years later with yet another sequel. That's kind of like the M1A. This gun has more variations than Jay-Z has last albums. It's been a couple years since I last shot an M1A, and I kind of forgot how much I really like this gun. If you've never shot one, you should really put it on the top of your things to do list. While the M14 has been in service in one form or another for longer than any other U.S. infantry rifle other than the Springfield M1903, it also holds the title for serving as the standard infantry rifle for the shortest period of time. The M1A or M14 has more and more current uses for our military, an evolving role in sniper rifles and sniper support rifles for future rifle systems, and is derived from one of the most iconic and historical rifles of all time. Let's start in the beginning. For those that don't know, the M14 M1A rifle is derived from the M1 Garand, the gun that won World War II and the reason that we're not speaking German today. The Garand was developed by John Garand, who is actually Canadian, but I don't think we should hold that against him. This battle rifle was actually the beginning of the United States military technological superiority, which some may say directly correlates with the U.S. becoming a superpower. Back in World War II, most of our enemies were using bolt-action rifles with 5-round internal magazines as their standard infantry rifle, while we had the Garand, which was semi-automatic and was fed by an end-block clip which loaded much quicker and held 8 rounds. All this translated into more rounds downrange faster than the enemy. General Patton called it the greatest battle implement ever devised. The gun runs off a long-stroke piston system attached to an operating rod that cycles the rotating bolt. The follower for the end-block clip is fixed in the gun, and the gun will automatically eject the clip after it empties. The gun is heavy at just under 10 pounds and long at just under 44 inches. But what else would you expect the greatest generation to carry? Couple of things to note here. Notice that we were using piston systems back in World War II, and some people act like this is some radical new technology that was just discovered. Second, a very well-respected man once said that if you consider yourself an American and a gun enthusiast, you need 2 guns, an American-made 1911 and an M1 Garand. Every firearm enthusiast should have an appreciation for this gun and what it helped accomplish. Most of these technological advancements that led to superiority in World War II were the exact things that the government wanted changed in the rifle that was to replace the M1 Garand. Bring in the M14. The M14 had fully auto capabilities, a detachable 20-round box magazine, and a bolt lock that held the bolt open. Full auto in this gun wasn't very practical, and most troops used it only in semi-auto, which would pretty much make it an M1A, the civilian semi-auto version of the M14. The M1A we used in this video is a Springfield Armory loaded with a synthetic stock and a cluster rail. Springfield Armory makes nice M1As. There are more expensive ones on the market, but I'm not sure that they're worth the price difference. Springfield Armory has many variations on the rifle, from the shorter SOCOMs all the way to the M21. The loaded falls somewhere in the middle, and it is supposed to have a better barrel and better trigger. The cluster rail is really nice because it makes mounting a scope very easy, which can sometimes be challenging on this rifle. However, the cluster rail adds weight, which this rifle already has plenty of, and I'm not sure that I'd ever use any of the other rails. One small complaint about the M1A, in my opinion, is how the magazine inserts. It's rock and lock style, but nowhere near as smooth as an AK. You have to reach up into the rifle, hang the front of the magazine on a pin, and then rock the back in. It's almost always a two-hand deal. Other than that, I'd say the rifle is near perfect. It's heavy, but it's balanced extremely well, making the weight more manageable. The trigger is nice with a clean break, and the safety is in the trigger guard, which makes it very functional. The M1A's accuracy and durability are legendary, which is why the military keeps turning back to it to fill roles that other rifles just can't, even 40 years after it was replaced by the M16. Currently used variations on the M14 design include the M21 and M25 sniper systems, the Marines DMR, and my personal favorite, the Navy SEALs EBR Enhanced Battle Rifle. The EBR came about because the Navy SEALs wanted a more compact version of the M14. This configuration features a shorter barrel, a skeletonized aluminum stock, pistol grip, and a telescoping buttstock. This modern version of the M14 lets Navy SEALs have both a close quarters combat rifle and a designated marksman rifle all in one very versatile package. And if anyone out there wanted to donate an EBR stock to the channel, you could be our new best friends and we could probably get you a t-shirt or something. Well, to sum it all up, the M14 has been with us in one form or another for a very long time. And this very versatile platform will probably continue to evolve and stick around for a very long time to come.
Good shot!